Well, hello, my MediaRant fans. This is the MediaRant, and wanted to do something different. I've been wanting to do a kind of a news rant type of show, type of program. So this is the first of hopefully many, and it's just really me kind of talking about how I feel about the news of the day. And the first thing I really want to bring up that and talk about is the Scorpio, the Xbox Scorpio. Now this might be a bit controversial, but I'm not super excited. I mean, I do think it's going to be a beast. Don't get me wrong. It'll probably be the most powerful console ever in the whole United States world of consoles of the universe. It can run spaceships, and I don't know, but that's cool and all. But my problem is, and it's been my problem with Microsoft for a little while, where are the games? I mean, I was super excited about Scalebound, and the one game that I thought was original, that I would thought would be really cool, they pulled. I don't know why. I don't want to say, maybe it wasn't coming out well, but whatever the reason, it was one of the few exclusives, except for Crackdown 3, of course, that I was personally excited about. And then they pulled it, and now what do they have? They're going to announce Forza. Maybe they'll have another Gears eventually. I don't know. It's not even just that people are hyping the Scorpio. It's the comments about how Sony's irrelevant now. Sony's dead. They're done. I've seen all kinds of stuff, and that's the dumbest thing I've heard in a long time. I'm just gonna call it like I see it. If that bugs you, sorry, man. It irritates me. It really does, because I'm a console gamer. I'm a PC gamer. I'm a multi-platform guy. I just love games. I've been gaming forever. Since there were games, I was there, and I'm actually not kidding. It sounds like something I just make up, but it's the truth, doggone it. But, all this flame wars and, this ridiculous, comments about how Sony is dead. At this point, right now, Sony is killing it. With the games they've announced, or some of the leaks, and granted the leaks that's not confirmed, a bunch of leaks about what's going to come out at E3, just happened, and none of that's confirmed. But, I do know that they're going to have another Last of Us. I do know they're going to have another Uncharted. I do know that, Insomniac's working on something else. Sucker Punch is supposed to make an announcement real soon. So they just, Death Stranding. I mean, there's so many ridiculously great-looking games, that are exclusive, that are Sony exclusive. That there's no way you can actually, honestly, I mean, if you're being honest with yourself, look at Sony as a console and just look at the games and say Sony's done and they're irrelevant. I don't think any of the systems or the game makers or the developers, I don't think any of them of the big three are irrelevant. I just don't. I mean, I hope that Microsoft is going to surprise us all at E3, or maybe even tomorrow. This is before the big announcement. I'll do another one of these tomorrow just so I can kind of give you a reaction. But I hope, I'm being sincere, I hope that they announce some really cool stuff. Because at the end of the day, I'm a gamer. I want to see more games. I want to see them duking it out with quality titles. If it ever comes to a point where it's only Sony, or it's only, Microsoft or Nintendo, they're going to get lazy and we're not going to get the same quality. I've seen it before, and that's just how it's going to work. And so I don't see that. I think there's always going to be Xbox people, there's always going to be Sony people, and I think that's cool. I get that. If you're a Halo shooter kind of guy, and you really like online, stuff. Microsoft's a great console. You know, the Xbox is a great console. You know, but you can't honestly, realistically say that, you know, because they're going to come out with a more powerful console than Sony, that's going to destroy Sony and Sony's going to be gone and all this other stuff. You know, people said that when the Xbox originally came out and the PS2 was out, you know, and was doing well and kicking butt, and they said, you know, Microsoft was going to just destroy Sony. They never have. 360 was well, except for the hardware woes, but the games, they have a lot of great games and they really kind of proved themselves. But you know, the PS3 hung in there, and Sony's been around, and I don't think they're going to go anywhere. I honestly don't. They've always been about the games, and I just, you know, I just find it completely insane, to be honest, that, you know, people feel the need to just, you know, make comments like Sony is dead. And, you know, and understand, I'm not a Sony fanboy. You know, I'm not a Microsoft. I'm a game fanboy. I love games. I review them. It's what I do. I'm passionate about it. I love indie. I love AAA. I mean, I just, all that stuff. So I really want Microsoft to come out swinging. I honestly do. But I'm not seeing it right now. You know, and that's really what it comes down to. And it's okay if you disagree with me. You know, honestly, in the comments, if you know of some fantastic Microsoft games that I just somehow missed, let me know, honestly. You know, would love to get some information. And again, maybe tomorrow I'll have to come out and go, whoa, okay, I was wrong. Microsoft came out and announced a bunch of great stuff. But AAA titles running in 4K that you can get on other systems isn't a reason for me to plop down another $400 or $500 for a console. You know, I don't know what it's going to be priced, but that's what I'm assuming. You know, so why would I want to do that if I can get the games, you know, even if it is checkerboarded, you know, on another system? Now, I will say this: if Microsoft does come out and say that they are going to have built-in recording capabilities, you know, like Sony does with the PS4 Pro, and of course the PS4, then, you know, I may be on board a lot quicker, because that's a huge thing to me. But yeah, so that's kind of just my rant and my take on the whole Xbox Scorpio. I've always been a show me kind of guy. I do have a PS4 Pro. I do love it. It's my first 4K, checkerboarded or not. It looks fantastic. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my take on the whole Xbox Scorpio. Do I think it's going to be a dud? No, not at all. But at this point in time, I'm just not super excited about it. So if you're a Microsoft guy, I'm really sorry. I'm not trying to slam on your console. I mean, I'm being sincere about that. Because like I said, I love the Halo franchise. I do like Gears of War a lot. But, you know, I'm at a point where I've been gaming for so long, I want to see something new and something different. And Sony has been bringing it. You know, you can deny it all you want, but, you know, compare what's been announced. So here's to hoping they completely show me wrong. You know, and the other thing I kind of wanted to bring up and talk a little bit about is the Switch. A lot of people have been complaining about it. It's what I call the Switch woes, and I hope it's not true. I hope it's just a few people. I don't really know. My Switch has been fantastic. You know, I'll kind of show it off a little bit later. Maybe my next recording, my next video. But I think it's a fantastic console. I love it. I see it as a handheld, because that's really mostly how I use it as. I love Zelda. I love Binding of Isaac, and I know these games. A lot of these games are ones you, not Zelda, of course, but some of the games they have out are ones you can get on other consoles, or, you know, your phone even. But you know, Little Inferno. While I'm waiting for some of the big AAA titles, they have been giving me a lot of stuff like Neo Geo Classics and things like that. And no, I would buy a Switch for that, but Zelda, I think, is just that good that I would buy a Switch for Zelda. And Mario, I think, is going to be amazing. I'll be getting my hands on Ukulele to do a review of that, even though it's on the other consoles, but just being able to bring it with me. You're getting console quality stuff on the Switch. I mean, yes, it's not as powerful as the Xbox One and PS4, but as a handheld, you're getting some amazing content, and you'll be getting some amazing content down the line. So, so yeah, that's just kind of my little thing on the Switch. You know, I would like to see Pokemon on it. I would love to see, you know, some of these 3DS games, and I do want to see the Virtual Console really take off. They did announce they were going to have GameCube games on there, so I'd really like to see all that. I'd definitely be down for buying some of that. My biggest complaint is the storage, and I get that you can buy extra storage, but it's a $300 console, a $300 handheld, however you want to see it, that has 32 gigs built in. So I do find that a bit ridiculous. But micro SD cards aren't that expensive, and if you look at the Vita, which was another great handheld, their proprietary stuff was ridiculously expensive. You know, I think it was like $100 when it first came out for a 32 gig card or something like that. So, you know, at least they're standing with, they're doing the standard micro SD, and I have a ton of 32 gig cards laying around. I will need to get the bigger ones, I'm sure, because I found myself liking a lot of the indie stuff that I know is coming out, that is out. A lot of the Neo Geo stuff I've downloaded, which, you know, isn't a whole lot, it's megabytes, it's not a whole lot, but it does add up. But yeah, so I am really digging the Switch. I love the Switch. Consider this my review if I don't come out with one quick enough. But, you know, the other part of it is getting the Switch into people's hands. People want it. So, you know, come on, Nintendo. Let's get this sorted out. You know, I wanted an NES Classic, and you really shafted me on that one, along with a lot of other people. If you have one, great. I'm glad for you. Yeah, I'll play it on my tablet or on my PC, I suppose. But I was willing to buy one, and they didn't follow through. And I don't think the Switch is going to be that way. This is their big thing. I mean, they stopped making the Wii U for that. But I do think Nintendo needs to get it together and get some more Switches out for people that want it. You know, and I looked at GameStop kind of on their website, and they're selling them for $500-600 for a bundle you may or may not want. You know, and honestly, I would really like a Pro Controller. It's my fault I didn't pre-order it. I'm not going to complain and you know, blame anyone. Well, no, I blame Nintendo. They should have extra. They should have them out. I couldn't even get it when I picked up my Switch because it was gone already. So, come on, guys. You know, get that part together. But otherwise, I love the console. I'm very excited about what they're going to do. And I don't see Nintendo as competition for Xbox One or PS4. They've always done their own thing. But I do see the Switch being very successful. It is a fantastic machine. And if you're one of those that have had issues with it, I'm really sorry to hear that. That really sucks. And I sincerely mean that. I've seen some things about it Boeing and stuff like that. So if you're not in a hurry, do some kind of research. I got a year warranty with it, so mine breaks down, I'm covered. You know, I may have to wait a little bit, but I'm definitely covered. So I hope it doesn't. But anyway, yeah. So like I said, the Switch is a phenomenal console. With I think it's going to have some great games coming out, and you know, for those who have compared it to Xbox One and Sony, they don't have as many third-party. A lot of third-party don't do stuff on this console. Blah blah blah. Who cares? I have a PS4. I have a PC. I have I have an Xbox One S. I have those games. I don't need the same games on the Switch. You know, I'm thrilled to be hopefully getting Skyrim, you know, on the handheld, or console, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call it a handheld because that's what it is to me. So it's a powerful handheld, not so much as a console. But yeah, I think it's a fantastic system, and I'm very excited. I would love to see what Nintendo's going to announce and what they're going to do with it. But you know, just get it to people, Nintendo. Come on. You know, I want to see my MediaRant fans be able to get a Switch, and so we can have that conversation and talk about how much fun we're having with it. So, you know, the other thing I want to talk about is just kind of what I think, you know, is going to happen at E3. I'm doing my best to be able to get there. I've requested media passes and stuff like that. At this point, they keep sending me emails about going, you know, just as a, you know, as a non-media, but I don't, you know, I don't really want to do that. I want to be able to get in and get you guys news and all that stuff, and all the breaking stuff. So I'll let you know how that goes, but I think it's going to be a really cool E3. I think Microsoft's going to come out, you know, hopefully swinging, but I still think it's going to be Sony's E3. And I think what's going to happen is Microsoft's going to come out and say the Scorpios is a beast, it's going to be amazing, and you can play all these games that you can get on Xbox One S, you know, or One in 4K, which is cool, but not a system seller to me. Will I wind up with one? Probably, especially if it has good recording capabilities, and I think it will. I think they're going to announce that it's got built-in, well, not Elgato necessarily, but just built-in recording. I think it's going to be smooth and all that stuff. Because to be honest, they've been kind of behind on that. You know, you can record for 5 minutes, or you can hook it up to your PC and record, and it's a little bit more of a pain. But yeah, but I mean, you know, I'm excited. I'm excited to see Red Dead Redemption 2 announced. I'm excited to see, you know, I've heard Bloodborne 2 might be announced. I think that'd be great. And again, Last of Us sequel, Uncharted, and I am excited about Crackdown. I do kind of see where that would work really well on the Scorpio. So again, I wish them well. I hope they do really well. But let's you know, think about, you know, what we're talking about when it comes to Nintendo or Sony is done, because they're not. They'll be around for a while, and it doesn't matter how powerful the Scorpio is. Sony's coming out with games. So anyway, that's just kind of my rant. I will do another one of these, and so. But let me know what you think. And let's just have a conversation. You know, I've seen too many people get all hyper and all just mad and just raging, and you know, about you know, their console of choice. I like them all. You know, my favorite controller really is the Xbox One controller. Although I do think that Sony did a great job on the PS4 controller. You know, there are things I like about all the consoles, but at the end of the day, again, it really is about the games, and Sony is just absolutely killing it. So, please, Microsoft, prove me wrong. And you know, and I'm 100% sincere. I want to be proven wrong. I want to be wowed by Microsoft. So anyway, yeah. But let me know what you think. You know, what do you think is going to happen at E3? Let's kind of open up that dialogue. We have some time to talk about it. I will be talking more about it in future videos. I'll be doing these more often, hopefully twice a week, along with my other, you know, Let's Play videos. So yeah, anyway, let me know. I love you guys. I really appreciate you guys just, you know, give me the opportunity to get content out to you, you know. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. Even if you just want to subscribe so you can say I'm wrong, that's cool. I can deal with that. You know, give me a thumbs up if you like this, and excited about this new direction of the channel. So cool, man. Thanks for hanging out. Love you guys. Said that. Peace out.